Duty.
You know what? You know what, Marcus? And somebody just put in the chat said, did anybody ever think that she's saving his image? Why would she put out why she wasn't wanted a divorce? It's nobody business. If she wasn't happy, then hey. But
Sweeney,
y'all,
she
hold on,
bashed
wait.
him already. That's
No, no,
incorrect.
no. It ain't even that. The fact that y'all sit here and tell us that we should just chalk it up because she was unhappy and she wanted to end her marriage. That's exactly the reason why don't nobody want to fucking marry y'all ass. That's exactly the reason why. Because you can just bounce because you're unhappy. So when y'all ask us these questions, why ain't men marrying? Why aren't men chasing us? Why aren't men doing this? Why aren't men doing that? It's because of bullshit like that. Because y'all just
Sweeney,
bounce whenever y'all want to bounce.
so
And we
Sweeney, if you got a divorce, would you rather your wife keep the internal news between y'all, or would you rather go out on social media and tell her why the hell she
you
divorced?
heard all that, and that's the question you had.
I'm just asking a simple question.
I'll answer it. Sweet, let me answer it. I'll answer it. I would rather that if you want to be private, you keep all of this shit private. You don't come and make it seem like this was a great idea. You just say, "Hey, we separated and we asked for privacy for our family, and y'all do whatever you need to do behind the scenes." But to go out and promote it like this is a great idea. If I'm sitting at home and I'm 7 and I see my mom pop up on a TikTok and I'm wishing my father was at home and I see her talking about a date with a nigga with some grill and my father can't come home, I would hate her. Like with a passion. I would begin to, something inside me would start to fester when it comes to my mother about some shit like that. You just took my father away so you can go fuck around with niggas with grills at restaurants and do your makeup in the middle of the night and do stupid TikTok dances. You selfish fucking woman. Like, that shit bothers me.
Oh, wait. I'm missing something. They can't see their father?
Not when they want to.
Oh, they can't see their father when they want to.
Do he live with him?
Marcus is fired up. I ain't never heard Marcus talk to a woman.
I'm just asking questions to get clarity.
Good evening, guys.
You're married, Darwin. You're married, Sweeney. Duty. That's what she wanted to relinquish herself from. Duty.
Shannon, you got to understand how my brain works. It goes protect the wife, then protect the kids. The wife, if I'm not around, the wife protects the kids. So I'll be against women on behalf of kids and against men on behalf of women because I protect in that order. So I view her role in the family as the secondary line of protection for the kids. And she is shunned it the primary role. To me, I despise that at the very core of my being. Like, man, yeah, she's
wow,
selfish.
Unfucking believable, bro.
What?
Unfucking believable.
You're about to get some lashes.
I gotta say this to you guys. How you guys doing tonight?
Hey, Kenny, tell us about your wives that you put.
What's unbelievable?
Never do that in Nigeria. They couldn't run out the village under your watch. Go, I'm ready.
Not even in the village, even in the township, they can't do that shit. Even in the city, they can't do that shit. But this is one thing. I think you guys said something earlier during the podcast. You guys said that women today are messed up in prescription and stuff. But I gotta say this: these women don't care. You know why they don't care? Because there is no consequences to their actions. There is none, zero. Who is going to check them? Nobody. Nobody can do shit. We can say whatever we want to say on podcast, but nobody can touch them. Nobody, no culture can hold her responsible. As long as there is no cultural responsibility or cultural consequences in the United States, women will always do what they want and get away with it. They will do it and get away because nobody can check her. No community to hold her responsible. The reason why the community is breaking down, and even in Nigeria, the community is slightly breaking down now, is because they want to do away with consequences. And it's very bad. It's just like your child at home. When there is no consequences to your child's result from school, guess what? He's going to keep failing those classes because there is no consequences. There is none. Nobody, even the husband, can check her. If he checks her, guess what? He loses everything he got. He's going to lose a lot.
Kenny, what are some of the consequences you put on the table for a contentious woman?
Kenny
A
gonna go upside
contentious,
her head.
a
Kenny gonna go upside
contentious,
her head.
Mind your business, Sweeney.
the most painful consequences to a treacherous woman like that is being able to take her kids away from her. Where there is culture, she can't have access to her kids because they see her as a mental breakdown. She's having a mental breakdown. They will take her kids. In fact, when a woman leaves her husband's house, she's not supposed to have access to her children. Not that she can't see her children, but she can't take the kids with her. She can't move out of the house with the kids because kids stays with he who or she who is stable. Kids don't stay with the unstable person. So that's the consequences, number one. Number two, she's going to get chastised or orchestrated by the community itself. The mom will not agree with what she did. The father is not going to accept her to be back in the house by leaving her husband's house for no reason, just because of how she feels. No. Her brothers and sisters, they will make that house so uncomfortable for her. You guys said earlier that black women in America are buying more houses than men, right? It's because of this reason. So that a woman can do whatever she wants and move into her own house and nobody can come to her house to check her. But if she has to go back to her parents' house, guess what? She will be checked. Things are going to be said. Her dad will make that house uncomfortable. Her mom will make that house uncomfortable. But today, women move out of their husband's house to their own house. So they never get to go back to their parents' house where they're supposed to be checked.
Men do the
So
same.
there is no
right?
consequences.
Men move out
A
so
man-
they don't got to be checked by their parents too, right? Can we say the same?
A man comes with a house naturally. It's backward for a man to move out of a house. That's why it's messed up. A man doesn't leave his own house because that's why he has, number one, a man has a house and brings his family in, right? So when it doesn't work out, she moves. He doesn't move out.
So
It's
everybody-
backward that the man has to move out.
So everybody's messed up, basically, what you're saying.
No, a man doesn't. The castle belongs to the man. The man never leaves the castle.
That's not what he said, Darwin. Come on now.
No, but he didn't.
No.
If that's not what he said, then he didn't even answer what I said. Because I said, you said that a woman leaves out of the house and go get her own house, so nobody can check her and her parents can't check her.
Mm-hmm.
All I'm saying is, don't a man do the same? Don't he move out of his parents' house so he can go have his own home, and nobody can check him and his parents can't check him?
What you just, Bruiser, what you just said right now doesn't make any sense. You know why? Because a man moves out of his father's house.
Don't even answer. If it don't make no sense, don't even answer. Because I don't know.
But because we have people in the background, we have audience that are going to get confused by what you said. When a man moves out of his house, when he moves out of his father's house, he starts his own house. That's nature. A man's supposed to leave his father's house to start his own house. Then brings his wife and children into it. So you don't stay in your father's house past certain age. That is just unnatural.
What did I say that was different than that?
You switched the paradigm.
You didn't say anything.
You switched the paradigm like it's an equal value.
That's what you did.
A man does not go under a woman's covering.
I never said that a man goes under a woman's covering.
You switched the paradigm. Okay, so the same could be said for a man. That is exactly what you said. But here's the caveat. A man does not go under a woman's covering. A woman
that's not what I was arguing though, but
I just repeated what you said. I just repeated what you said.
What did I say?
Again, you tried to switch the paradigm. Okay, so I guess men are also out of order if they could do the same thing too. But it does not fit because men do not fall under the covering of a woman. Women fall under the covering of a man.
Okay, so let me try to walk you back.
Biblical man. You
I
said you're
wasn't talking about the covering of a man or a woman.
I just gave you why it was incorrect. I gave you the platform as for why your statement fell flat. You told me that you're a Christian.
Fine.
You said Bible. So there's God, man, woman, child. There's an order, there's a hierarchy, yes? Yes?
Sure.
Yes or no?
Sure it is. Yeah.
Okay. So you saying that is just being it's like
Yeah, don't worry about it. I don't. Maybe we just don't. I think we're talking about two different things. Maybe we are. I just can't see how.
No, what you said, Bruiser, was. Oh, go ahead. Go
Every
ahead.
time
Go
I
ahead.
try to respond, y'all will never understand what I'm saying. All I'm saying right now is we can just agree to disagree. Y'all don't understand what I was just saying, and I don't understand what y'all are saying. There's no way I can connect it with the way y'all are explaining yourselves. So just fuck it. Just
Darwin, when you say something, you have to own it.
I do own it.
Could
I didn't own it. I'm saying that we agree to disagree.
Disrespect you. This is not, if I just regurgitated and showed you where it fell flat, and then you follow up as you usually do with your trope. I guess you don't understand what I'm saying, and I guess the stars are bright. And I'm like, what are you talking about? If I could show you, you tried to use the paradigm like what about isms? You tried to switch it around, and you cannot because there's a hierarchy. There's not a woman that you're gonna
maybe I misunderstood. Maybe I what y'all mean by
Make it make sense for you, Bruce.
Being checked. Maybe that's probably where the ball was dropped.
No.
What do y'all mean by being checked?
Hello, motherfucker.
Because from my understanding, being checked means somebody gotta police you or somebody's telling you what to do in their home.
Who runs your household, Darwin? Who runs your household?
Okay, can before we move from this point of understanding, I think it's important that you answer that so that we don't continue to confuse each other.
Okay, what question?
What I just said, I think we dropped the ball at what we mean by being checked. So from what I mean with being checked is if I have somebody living with me, I'm gonna police them and I'm gonna tell them what I want and what they can and what they can't do in my home. So what I'm asking you, is that the same as what y'all mean about being checked?
Because most
being checked is not this.
Kenny, hold on, wait. Because we about to answer a question that don't need to be answered. The reason why what you just said falls flat is because that's not the reason why men leave the house. That's the whole.
But I didn't want to get to that yet. I just wanted to understand if we had the same meaning because I'm trying to figure out where we dropped the ball at.
It started with you saying, "Don't men also leave the house because they don't want to be checked or controlled?" No, that's not the reason why men leave the nest. That's never been a well. So the majority of men, that's not the reason. That's not being charged when they leave the nest. They leave the nest to what Kenny is saying is to build their own shit, to bring some, to build their own family.
Kenny said
they're not leaving home because I don't want to listen to nobody.
Well, okay, so when you answer that way, then that means that we have the same understanding of what check means.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
No, Sweeney, no.
Okay,
you just let him off. You just let him
off. Let him off.
Okay, hear me out. It's not the same understanding because he still didn't get it. Here's what he
did. Get it. He just broke it down. I actually do understand it. I'm actually going on the record to say I understand the way he put it.
Okay, wait. You could understand it from Sweeney, but you can't understand it how Kenny parsed it out as well as I.